0, 0. Let me tell you something strange about the human brain. When a person looks at someone they find attractive, a specific region inside their skull, 0088 seconds, lights up. Not metaphorically, literally. You can watch it happen on an fMRI machine. The orbital frontal 0:1717 seconds cortex, the same area that activates when someone tastes good food, or wins money, or hears a song they love, fires 0:2525 seconds up the moment an attractive face appears in front of them. The brain treats the experience of looking at someone 0:3131 seconds attractive as a reward, like sugar, like a paycheck, like winning. Now, think 0:3838 seconds about what that means. If your face is the one triggering that response in other people, their brains are rewarding 0:4646 seconds themselves just for being in your presence. They are getting tiny chemical hits for looking at you. They are not. 0:5353 seconds. Consciously aware that this is happening, they cannot stop it from happening. And the longer they spend near you, the more their brain 1:01, 1 minute, 1 second, reinforces the pattern until you end up living rent-free in a part of their memory that ordinary people simply do not. 1 minute, 9 seconds access. This is real. The research is published. The study is from a team at Duke and Tohoku University. 1:171, minute, 17 seconds. Sitting in the National Library of Medicine database, and the link is on screen right now if you want to read it yourself. It is one of the most 1:251, minute, 25 seconds fascinating things modern neuroscience has uncovered about attraction. And almost nobody outside of academic 1:321, minute, 32 seconds journals knows about it. So here's the question I want you to sit with for the next few minutes. What if attractive, 1 minute, 39 seconds? People are not just being noticed more, but being rewarded for being seen by the very brains of the people who, 1 minute, 47 seconds, see them. And what if the small things that keep happening to you in your daily life are actually the side effects of 1 to 541 minute, 54 seconds that reward firing in other people's heads over and over around you, without anyone telling you about it? Stay with 2:03, 2 minutes, 3 seconds, me. This one explains things you have probably noticed your whole life and never had a word for. Have you ever noticed that some interactions in your 2:122 minutes, 12 seconds life are slightly easier than they should be? A clerk takes a moment longer to chat with you than the customer. Chapter 2, Sign 1, The Weighted Silence. Why people naturally quiet down or look to you when you enter a room. A subconscious respect for your internal stillness. 2:182 minutes, 18 seconds ahead. A colleague you barely know remembers your name months after you mentioned it once. A waitress, 2:262 minutes, 26 seconds, comes back to your table for a third refill nobody else got. A stranger at a party finds an excuse to drift back into 2:342 minutes, 34 seconds, your conversation. A delivery driver lingers at your door past the point where the package has already changed hands. By themselves, these things look 2:442 minutes, 44 seconds, like nothing. A friendly clerk, a nice waitress, a polite stranger. You shrug them off. You file them under 2:522 minutes, 52 seconds, coincidence. You tell yourself the world is just being warm today. And so you walk through your life, never connecting 3:003 minutes. The dots between these small encounters and the fact that they keep happening to you specifically, and not to the guy standing right next to you. Here is what is actually going on. 3:123 minutes, 12 seconds. The brains around you are quietly running a process you cannot see from the outside. When their visual system registers your face as 3:203 minutes, 20 seconds attractive, their reward circuit gives them a small chemical pulse. That pulse makes the encounter feel pleasant. 3:273 minutes, 27 seconds, in a way they cannot trace back to any specific reason. So they extend it. They linger a beat longer. They find 3:373 minutes, 37 seconds, a reason to come back. They remember it later. They tell their friend about the strange, friendly mood they were in. 3:443 minutes, 44 seconds, today. None of this is conscious. None of it is decided. It is just the brain following the reward. The way 3:523 minutes, 52 seconds, every brain follows every reward. And the side effect on your end is a life that runs slightly smoother than other 4:004 minutes people's lives, in tiny, almost invisible ways. This asymmetry is the first sign. Attractive men tend to live 4 minutes and 94 seconds. 9 seconds inside it without ever realizing they are inside it. They assume everyone gets the friendly clur and the lingering 4:164 minutes, 16 seconds waitress. They assume the strangers at parties drift toward everyone. They assume the world is just like 4:244 minutes, 24 seconds this for everyone. It is not. Their experience of the world is being shaped by the unconscious reward responses of 4:324 minutes, 32 seconds, every brain they walk past. And most of them never figure that out in their entire lives. If your day-to-day life has these little pockets of sign 2, universal mirroring, isopraxis, recognizing when others begin to adopt your cadence and posture because your frame is the most stable in the environment. 4:404 minutes, 40 seconds, unexplained smoothness. The world is telling you something. You just have not had the framework to translate it until now. There is a second 4:494 minutes, 49 seconds. Thing that happens, and it is one of the most underrated proofs of attractiveness in the entire scientific literature. People remember you. Not in 4:594 minutes, 59 seconds, a theatrical way. Nobody is going to walk up and say, "I have been thinking about you non-stop." That happens 5:065 minutes, 6 seconds, in films, and almost never in life. The memory footprint of an attractive person looks much smaller 5 to 135 minutes, 13 seconds than that, much quieter, but it leaves traces everywhere if you know how to look. The Sakura and Kababasa brain, 5:215 minutes, 21 seconds study, the one I keep pointing to, found something extraordinary. 5:265 minutes, 26 seconds. The orbital frontal reward activity that fires up when someone sees an attractive face is directly connected to the 5:345 minutes, 34 seconds hippocampus, which is the part of the brain responsible for forming memories. 5:395 minutes, 39 seconds. The two regions communicate more strongly during the encoding of attractive faces than during the encoding of neutral or unattractive 5:485 minutes, 48 seconds ones. In plain language, the brain hands attractive faces a fast pass to long-term 5:545 minutes, 54 seconds memory. They get stored faster. They get stored deeper. They come back into recall more easily later. What this 6 minutes and 3 seconds looks like in your daily life is hard to spot at first. It looks like the woman from the gym last spring who saw 6:106 minutes, 10 seconds you at the supermarket 6 months later and remembered which kind of headphones you wore. It looks like the guy at your old job who texted you out of 696 minutes, 19 seconds nowhere because something reminded him of a comment you made in 2022. 624 minutes, 24 seconds. It looks like the cousin's friend you met at a barbecue once, mentioning to your cousin a year later that they were curious how you were. 6:316 minutes, 31 seconds. Doing. None of these people had a reason to keep that information. Their brains kept it for them automatically. 6:396 minutes, 39 seconds. And the keeping of it was a sign that you registered as someone worth remembering. Most men have no idea this is happening to them. They assume people 6:486 minutes, 48 seconds forget them as easily as they forget other people. They are wrong. If you find that strangers and acquaintances bring up small details, 6:566 minutes, 56 seconds about you long after the fact, details they had no logical reason to retain, your face is the kind that gets stored. 7:047 minutes, 4 seconds in the priority drawer of human memory. That drawer is reserved for attractive faces. The neuroscience says. Chapter 4, Sign 3, High-Level Boundary Testing. Why high-value individuals challenge or test you more. They are verifying if your stoic calm is a mask or a reality. 7 to 117 minutes, 11 seconds, so directly. This is why some men can disappear from a social circle for 2 years and come back to find that 7 to 187 minutes, 18 seconds, everyone still knows their stories. And other men can be in the same circle every weekend and still get introduced 7 to 267 minutes, 26 seconds, as if they were brand new. The difference is not personality. The difference is which faces the group's collective memory chose to hold on to. 7:357 minutes, 35 seconds. And that choice, again, is being made by reward circuits the group is not aware of. Here is where it gets a little 7:437 minutes, 43 seconds, uncomfortable. There is a phenomenon researchers call the beauty is good effect, and it has been 7:497 minutes, 49 seconds documented since the early 70s. The basic finding is this. When people perceive someone as physically 7,577 minutes, 57 seconds attractive, they assume that person is also kinder, smarter, more honest, more competent, and more morally good. 8:068 minutes, 6 seconds. Without any evidence, without any conversation, without any track record, the assumption simply falls into 8:148 minutes, 14 seconds place, because the face is attractive and the human minds cannot help but build a halo around it. This is unfair. It is 8 to 218 minutes, 21 seconds also real. And if it has been happening to you, you have probably been benefiting from it without ever realizing it. The beauty is good effect shows up in tiny ways across your life. 8:348 minutes, 34 seconds. A boss who gives you a slightly longer leash than your colleagues. A teacher who marked your answer correct when it 8:418 minutes, 41 seconds was technically borderline. A landlord who gave you a break on a deposit. A stranger who handed you the benefit of 8:488 minutes, 48 seconds, the doubt in a moment when they would not have given it to someone else. None of these people sat down and decided to 8,568 minutes, 56 seconds, favor you. Their brains made an instant assumption based on your face and then dressed up that assumption in language. 9:49 minutes, 4 seconds. About how you seemed like a trustworthy guy. Now, this is not a license to coast on this. The world will eventually, 9:129 minutes, 12 seconds, figure out who you actually are. And a face only carries you so far. But the existence of this effect tells 9:199 minutes, 19 seconds, you something useful. If you keep getting small breaks in life that feel slightly unearned, if people keep extending you the benefit of the doubt, 9:289 minutes, 28 seconds, in ways that puzzle you, if you find that situations resolve in your favor more often than seems statistically reasonable, you are 9:379 minutes, 37 seconds, probably collecting the quiet dividends of being read as attractive. 9:429 minutes, 42 seconds. Other men are not getting those dividends. They are getting the opposite. And the difference is not character. The difference is in the 9:509 minutes, 50-second judgment that other people's brains make before any character has had a chance to show itself. Chapter 5, Sign 4, Selective Proximity. Noticing that people consistently find excuses to be in your physical orbit, even without a functional reason to be there. 9:579 minutes, 57 seconds. Honest move here is gratitude, not arrogance. The world is being kinder to you than it is to most. The least you, 10:0610 minutes, 6 seconds can do in return is be kinder to it. There is a flip side to all of this that almost nobody talks about. 10:1310 minutes, 13 seconds. And I want to spend a moment on it because it matters. Being attractive does not feel the way most people imagine it feels. If you have spent your 10 minutes, 22 seconds, life, thinking attractive men live inside some non-stop carnival of compliments and easy romances, the truth is. Going to 10:31. 10 minutes, 31 seconds. Surprise you. The reward circuits I have been describing fire in other people, not in you. The little chemical hits. 10:39. 10 minutes, 39 seconds. Other brains receive when they look at you, do not register on your end at all. 10:44. 10 minutes, 44 seconds. You do not feel any of it from the inside. You just walk through the world being yourself, and the only thing you 10:5210 minutes, 52 seconds really notice is that the world treats you a little weirdly sometimes, in ways that are hard to explain. In fact, a lot. 11:00, 11 minutes, of attractive men describe a strange sense of disconnection. They sense that people are reacting to something about them, but they cannot tell what. 11. 10. 11 minutes, 10 seconds. They get warmth they did not earn, and rejection they did not earn, both for reasons that have nothing to do with what they actually said or did. 11:20. 11 minutes, 20 seconds. After years of this, some of them stop trusting compliments altogether because they cannot tell when someone is responding to the real them and when. 11:29. 11 minutes, 29 seconds. someone is responding to the face. That disorientation is real, and it is one of the small costs that nobody, 11:36, 11 minutes, 36 seconds, puts in the brochure. I bring this up for a reason. If you have felt this kind of disconnection in your own life, that vague sense that the 11:45, 11 minutes, 45 seconds world is reacting to something about you that you cannot quite identify, you might be feeling the shadow of the very 11:5211 minutes, 52 seconds effect we are talking about. Your daily reality is being shaped by neural reward responses. 11:59, 11 minutes, 59 seconds. You do not have access to. People are forming memories of you faster than they form memories of others. They are 12:07, 12 minutes, 7 seconds. Tending you small breaks. They would not extend to others. And you on the inside just feel like the same guy you. 12:151, 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Have always been. That gap between how the world is responding to you and how you experience yourself is one of the. 12:23, 12 minutes, 23 seconds. Quietest signs of all. It does not feel like a win, it just feels like a strange mismatch. But the mismatch is the data. Chapter 6, Sign 5, the non-flinch response. How your lack of reactivity during chaotic or stressful social moments acts as a powerful biological beacon. 12:321, 2 minutes, 32 seconds. So, you suspect this is happening to you. The asymmetric kindness, the unexplained memory footprint. 12:40, 12 minutes, 40 seconds. The benefit of the doubt that keeps showing up. The mismatch between how the world treats you and how you feel from 12:48. 12 minutes, 48 seconds. The inside. What do you do with it? The first thing is the hardest one. You stop disqualifying yourself. A huge number of 12:5612 minutes, 56 seconds attractive men live their entire lives convinced they are average-looking because they have never felt the chemical signal of their own 13:04, 13 minutes, 4 seconds, attractiveness from the inside. They assume that because they do not feel like a heartthrob, they must not be one. They miss every quiet sign the 13:1313 minutes, 13 seconds world has been giving them. And they show up in dating contexts with the confidence of someone who thinks he has to fight for every inch of 13:2100, 13 minutes, 21 seconds ground. That undersold confidence is its own form of self-sabotage. 13:27, 13 minutes, 27 seconds. It signals to others that the man does not see what they see, which makes them trust the signal less. Doubt yourself. 13:35, 13 minutes, 35 seconds. Loudly, enough, and people will eventually agree with you. The second thing is to start trusting the 13:41, 13 minutes, 41 seconds data over your own self-image. Your self-image was built when you were 16, with bad skin and zero context, and at 13:51, 13 minutes, 51 seconds, has not been updated since. Your self-image is wrong. The data is right. If people consistently treat you 13:59, 13 minutes, 59 seconds a certain way, that is who you are in their world, not who you were a decade ago, not who you fear you might be, who 14:07, 14 minutes, 7 seconds, you actually are right now in the rooms you walk into. The third thing is to behave like a man who knows, not 14:1500, 14 minutes, 15 seconds, arrogantly. Not loudly, quietly. The man who knows he is attractive does not need to prove it. He does not posture. He does. 14:24. 14 minutes, 24 seconds. Not pin. He just moves through the world with a steadier, calmer, more relaxed presence than men who are still trying to earn the validation. 14:34. 14 minutes, 34 seconds. And that steadier presence is what compounds the effect. The brain's reward response to your face, plus your unforced 14:4214 minutes, 42 seconds confidence, equals a kind of magnetism that you do not have to perform. It just emerges. The fourth thing is to use it. 14:511. 4 minutes, 51 seconds. Well. The world has been handing you advantages that other men do not get. The least you can do with that gift, 14:59. 14 minutes, 59 seconds, is build something good with it. Treat people well. Be the man whose attractiveness does not turn into 15:05. 15 minutes, 5 seconds. Entitlement. Be the rare one who got dealt a strong hand and played it with character. Because the men who 15:1300, 15 minutes, 13 seconds, get this whole equation right, become unforgettable in a way that the rest of the world spends decades trying to imitate.